Good time of day, everyone, and welcome to, I think, the 13th episode of Your Dog's Been Spayed. With this in mind, we have a lineup of supernatural complications and incompetent government spy agencies, although in this case it relates to the NZSIS, or the New Zealand Security Intelligence Service. These are the guys allowed to spy on New Zealand citizens and residents, by the way. For those who have not listened to the previous episode, it is online, so feel free to do so. Also, feel free to listen to the upcoming spiel about it. Clucky has finally got some help at the headquarters of the campaign to save factory farming. He is thrilled, and it is quite fortuitous, as a lot of tidying up is required due to a recent and rather messy police raid on the premises. Derek, having returned to present-day Wellington, but having missed his final Wins Work test, has begun work with the campaign, and, more surprisingly, they have actually received their first volunteer, Cliff Johnson. A strange but very enthusiastic man who's keen to overcommit himself and also seems very keen on getting the campaign to start blowing things up. We shall wait and see how this progresses. At the flat, what appears to be a poltergeist with obsessive-compulsive disorder is causing quite a stir. The rearranging of Wicker and Meth's sex toys in order of height and alphabet is annoying, while also being potentially dangerous. Also, Clive's tea shelf is no longer in order of the teapot and the unicorn's blessings, but sorted by alphabet and colour. Clive has arranged a séance, but we will leave you all in suspense about that as we now cut immediately to the happenings at the headquarters of the campaign to save factory farming! Beep, beep, beep.
And once again we discuss the continuing saga at Parliament. With Labour MP Grant Robertson confirmed stuck in the late Cretaceous period, the opposition is continuing their calls for Parliament to fund the Time portal through which he can continue his work as an MP. However, the Speaker is refusing to budge, but has informed the opposition that they would be welcome to fund the installation of the Time portal themselves. Our political commentator had this to say.
Well, Mary, I think we all know why the government is doing this. It's an obvious case of the government protecting their own interests. With a tenuous control over Parliament, the government wants to get rid of every opposition MP it can. Just the absence of this one MP would make a huge difference for them. With the reliance on the two votes of Peter Dunn and John Banks, the Speaker's refusal to fund Grant Robertson's Time portal is very good news for the government. If National were to get an extra seat through a Wellington Central by-election, they would be able to use either Banks or Dunn, and would not have to be in a dangerous position they are.
Derek, could I have a word with you, please?
Sure thing, Clucky. What's up?
Do you think Cliff seems a little too enthusiastic to you?
What do you mean?
Well, we've never really had a volunteer before, and I'm not used to people being this keen to help out.
Just jitters, Clucky. I'm sure you'll be fine. As you said, the cops probably aren't watching you now, so there's nothing really to worry about. They know this group supports the status quo. You're probably just concerned because it seems weird. But there are all sorts of people out there, and it's not at all surprising that one of them wants to help support animal cruelty.
Well, I guess you're right, Derek. Maybe I am being overly suspicious and paranoid. Maybe he just wants to help out.
But then again, he did seem very keen on blowing things up.
Oh, Derek, are you trying to reassure me, or not?
Sorry, I was just trying to tell it like I saw it.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't snap at you like this. It's just, after the police raid and the other problems with mourning...
There are more problems?
Well, we had another fight today. I wanted to bring a live chicken into our bed for some play, and he thought it was cruel.
If you mean what I think you do, then it is kind of cruel, Clucky.
Oh, don't you start too. You eat chicken all the time.
Yes, but I don't do that to them.
Okay.
And he's still vegan?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest then, Clucky, I think that's just pretty stupid. If he's still vegan, then you can be pretty sure he won't want to do that to a live chicken.
So a dead one, then?
You're not getting it, Clucky.
Okay, but Derek?
Yes, Clucky?
Could you keep an eye on our new volunteer? What's his name? Johnson?
Cliff Johnson.
Just check out what he gets up to around work, and maybe after work?
Clucky.
Please?
Okay, but you owe me for this one.
Cool, I'll do you dinner every week.
If you mean bacon, chicken and eggs for dinner every night, that will probably kill me.
Okay, I'll pay you double this week.
Triple.
Okay, just keep an eye open. I want to know where he goes after work, who he talks to, that sort of thing.
What should I look for?
I don't know, men in black suits with sunglasses. They'd stand out a lot at night. It shouldn't be hard to spot them.
I'll have a look and see what I find.
Thanks a lot, Derek. It really is a big weight off my mind.
Okay, Clucky. Cliff?
Yeah?
Do you need a hand with all that mail?
Oh, yes please, if you're offering. Some of it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, but if they're threats, just remember to put them in the supporters box. Clucky seems to like graphic death threats.
Oh, and the ones that just threaten violent assault.
I'll put them in too. He likes reading them. He gets off on it, I think.
Whatever floats your boat, eh?
I guess so, Cliff. Pass that one.
Sure thing.
To the campaign to save factory farming. You guys are despicable human beings, and everything you say is disgusting. Hens are not masochists and do not like being kept in cages. I don't care what your idiotic species-confused spokesperson says, he doesn't speak on behalf of hens. If you knew the suffering hens had to endure in caged farms, blah 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 blah, I think you'd agree with me when I say these systems need to be phased out, blah blah blah. Nope, nothing angry in here, just rational argument. Put it in the paper shredder, Cliff. If Clucky sees this sort of thing, I'd just depress him.
Okay, sure thing. I wouldn't imagine an animal welfare group would get such vicious hate mail, but I guess there really are some pricks out there, huh?
Excuse me?
Well, I would have thought people would like an organisation working to protect animals from cruelty.
Yes, I'd have thought so too. Oh well, that's how some people work, I guess.
Yeah, a bit disappointing though, huh? Here we are trying to protect animals that really need our help, and all some people can do is abuse us.
Tragic, yes. Excuse me for a moment, Cliff.
So Derek seems to suspect something about the new volunteer as well as Clucky. He's keen on blowing things up and doesn't seem to realise that the campaign to save factory farming is anti-animal welfare. Either he's not quite who he says he is, or he's just not quite all there.
Ah, friends, we are all gathered here today to greet a new member to our home. I believe there is a spirit with us today. Let us join hands and...
Excuse me! Sorry, I have to go, Clive, but Derek wants me to see him after work. He says it's important.
Very well, Mephistopheles. Let the rest of us join hands and say a quick prayer to our Lord before we continue with the ceremony.
Okay, see you, Meths. I'll be sure to tell you what happens.
Quiet! Our teapot, which is in space, maintain thine orbit. Worship you we do, your tea is strong, it shall be drunk, as the invisible unicorn commands. Protect us from those who drink not the tea, and give us the strength to refuse milk and sugar, as you forgive us when we accidentally misbrew. Please join me in the Spirit, this is a son of our father the teapot. I call you into this place. In the name of our father, the unicorn, and the tea, I call you to speak through and to us.
My God, the packets of tea! They're stacked on top of each other!
And the cups are being moved into line. The spirit must be here somewhere.
Join me and enter me, and through me you shall...
Hello! Testing, 1, 2, 3. The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain, but in Hertford, Hereford and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
Excuse me? Clive, is that still you?
Oh, sorry, yes. Oh, I'm not used to talking. I haven't been able to in a very long time. Clive's here, but, you know, he's not allowed to talk right now. I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you.
And a pleasure to meet you too.
Hi, Sarah, I'm Conrad.
Hello, Conrad. Clive's telling me he wants to know who the hell I am. So, I'm Sarah, as you all know, and I'm currently stuck in the underworld, you see. My husband has run off up here, and as far as I know, he's living here. Mepsy, have you heard of him? He was a big thing here a few centuries ago.
Nope, never heard of him.
But Wicked, surely she means your boy. Ow!
Nope, we've never heard of a guy called Mepsy. You must have the wrong place.
But his spirit trail was traced to here. He must be around somewhere.
Well, when you do find him, be sure to tell us. Until then, goodbye.
I'll be around.
I'm sure you will be. Goodbye.
What just happened?
Nothing. She didn't say anything. I don't know what we're doing here, Derek. Why are we following this guy?
Because Clucky has offered me a lot of cash to do so, and he's kind of dodgy. We just want to know what this guy's up to. He's very keen to volunteer, doesn't seem to have any real politics, and seems really keen to get us to blow stuff up. suspicious.
Okay. Oh, there he is. He's going down that alleyway.
Right, we just follow him quietly.
Be nonchalant, Derek.
I am being nonchalant.
You look worried. Act like you own the place and that you're just wandering past.
Okay, so just boldly wander down.
Yes, just act as though there's nothing unusual. If he sees us, nod, pretend you're supposed to be here. You know.
Okay, confidence.
Yes, confidence and just being blatant. We're just going for an evening stroll. Oh my God, he's turning around. Quick, behind the rubbish bin!
But you seem to be blatant.
Shut up, Derek. Just get down here.
Okay.
Shh. Listen.
Cliff, you here?
Yep, hang on, just here.
Right. Do you have anything to tell us?
Oh, I've worked my way into the office. They think I'm a volunteer for the organisation.
That's good, Cliff. We'll get those animal-loving bastards yet. Have they responded well to the idea of blowing things up?
Oh, not yet. They seemed pretty hesitant. I worked them around, though.
Good man. Frackin' pacifists. How are we supposed to arrest them if they aren't doing anything illegal?
I know. We are sure they're a security risk.
They're a security risk for me. Do you know how much free-range goods cost? I can't afford that on my salary. Well, I can, but
You'd rather spend it on something else?
I'd rather spend it on something else.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to keep you informed of everything else.
Yeah. Oh, and remember not to use your email around them like the last guy.
Oh, you don't worry. I have you down as an internet porn company in my address book. They'll never suspect a thing, even if they did check out my emails. These meetings are more effective anyway. Cooler, too.
Yeah. I'm liking the back alleyway aesthetic. Good choice, Cliff.
Oh, thanks, Hanger. So, they're just tidying up after a police raid and replying to a lot of hate mail right now, so I guess we won't be able to get them doing anything illegal for at least a few weeks.
Oh my God, Miffs, they are!
I know, Derek. Just keep your mouth shut. What was that? Who, Teapot?
Who's there? Will you follow, Cliff?
I don't know, Hanger, maybe. Time for sidearms, I think.
Right! Jesus, they've got guns!
I know! And they're coming over here. Don't move. We know you're behind the bin. Come out with your hands up.
How are Meps and Derek going to get out of this one? Also, when will Meps learn he has another problem waiting for him at home? I can't imagine Wicker being too happy about his old wife from the underworld coming up to look for him in their new flat. She's probably just angry because he never mentioned a previous marriage. Oh well, it looks as though the next few episodes are going to be very exciting. Please continue to tune in and we'll continue to make these. The writer just got his latest rejection letter for full-time work, so have no fear. Your Dog's Been Spayed will continue to be made here. We'll be back again next week with even more madness and malevolence. The story is becoming increasingly convoluted, so we shall see where it goes. We don't even know. As per last time, I, Alex Grieg, have been your narrator. Michael Paul played Derek, Cordelia Ann Black was Wicker, and Mephistopheles. Hans Landon Lane was Clive, as well as Sarah, and Francis Homer was Conrad. James Barber wrote it and played Clucky once again. Feel free to read up on the new volunteer for the campaign to save factory farming at the blog, savefactoryfarming, all one word, .wordpress.com. We'll be back next week, and until then, have a lovely time of day!